Today, I have to face another painful position in my portfolio, General Mills, GIS. Their FY 2026 Q3 earnings report hit like a depth charge. Revenue dropped by 8%, and net profit was essentially sliced in half. The only thing keeping me afloat right now is that 6% dividend yield. 1. The psychological inflection point, when no difference becomes consensus. For a long time, the moat for companies like General Mills was built on brand trust. In the past, consumers were willing to pay a 30% or even 50% premium for Cheerios or Häagen-Dazs, buying a psychological safety net and a sense of identity. However, persistent high inflation may have completely rewritten this psychological contract. The disenchantment effect. When financial pressure forces consumers to try private label store brands, a brutal truth emerges. There's actually no difference. If it tastes the same, why pay a 30% premium? The return to rationality. Once the gap in taste and function, physical attributes, is closed, brand equity, emotional attributes, becomes extremely fragile in the face of a tightening wallet. This psychological evolution from brand loyalty to pragmatism is the fundamental reason behind the continuous shrinkage in General Mills' sales volume. 2. The logical gambit, a death alley between bulls and bears. Faced with this consumer psychological shift, investors are split into two camps, a divide vividly reflected in the latest earnings report. 1. The bear case, a bottomless trap. Bears believe General Mills is caught in a death spiral of ineffective expansion. The company poured massive marketing spend into its Brand Excellence initiative this quarter, trying to use nostalgia to lure consumers back. However, the report shows that profits were severely eroded by these expenses, while sales failed to rebound significantly. To a clear-eyed consumer, fancy ads are just expensive self-indulgence. If the food tastes the same, they won't pay extra just because the commercial looked good. 2. The bull case, a cicada shedding its skin. In crisis. Despite the dismal data, bulls see the growing pains of a transformation. International dimensional strike. While North America is embroiled in a price war with private labels, General Mills saw profits surge by 82% in markets like India and China. Consumers there are still in the phase of trusting brand quality control, providing a strategic buffer. Trimming the fat. By divesting the slow-growth North American yogurt business and doubling down on high-barrier categories like pet food, Blue Buffalo, and innovative healthy snacks, the company is actively abandoning commoditized battlefields to find new ground where private labels cannot yet reach. 3. Conclusion. War of attrition. For consumers who feel there's no difference, General Mills must offer something more potent than just a story. Perhaps cutting-edge bionutrition technology or supply chain security that store brands cannot replicate. If you believe consumption downgrading is a permanent state of aesthetic fatigue, then the current low valuation is merely the beginning of mediocrity, and you should side with the bears. If you believe the giant can successfully recirculate its blood by divesting mediocre segments and leveraging international markets and specialized categories like pet food and functional snacks, then the 6.5% dividend yield and 9 times PE ratio represent a rare golden opportunity. My take: I am currently sitting in this hole. Personally, I still have an emotional attachment to these brands. At least they allow me to shop without overthinking. However, I am wary that there may be a hole within the hole. If GIS is forced to slash prices to maintain market share while seeing mediocre conversion rates on high marketing spend, the damage to EPS will be persistent. In that scenario, even a 6.5% yield and 9 times PE won't be enough to protect my position.